Evening, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get set up as I wait for everybody to come on. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful hump day. Mine was life. um, and you just deal with it, right? But I'm grateful that I'm here with y'all tonight. We're not going to be before you long. We're going to get right into it. Good evening, family. I hope your day was well, Mr. James. Tonight we're going to be talking about auras and our senses. We're going to chime in. We're going to do our mantra. With the mantra, you got to trust the process. Because sometimes it will get worse before it gets better. But you just got to keep going. You got to keep doing what you're doing. Those moments where you can just stop and smell the roses, please do. Okay? All right, I'm going to do I'm going to chime us in, and I'm going to do the one where we're going to see ourselves walking in heavenly places. We're going to take the selenite out. I know, right? Hey, Kira, how you doing? Yeah, it always can be better, but it was good. We're here, right? We got to just count our blessings, name them one by one. Okay, here we go. We want to chime in. Woo! All right, going into our mantra. Here we go. Y'all ready? Let's go. You've been looking for a sign, and this is it. Money is coming into your hand. Plenty and plenty of money. The ancestors, the spirit guides, have been wanting to bless you. See yourself wealthy. See yourself spending large amounts of money. See your car note being paid in full. See your mortgage being paid in full. See yourself withdrawing 10,000 to 100,000 of dollars out of the bank at a time. See yourself taking trips you've always wanted to take. See yourself on your dream vacation. See all of your debts paid. See yourself at peace and your health is A1. See yourself giving to charity. See yourself having a large retirement fund. See yourself investing in your businesses. You will no longer spend money. Get rid of that term. You will circulate money. Money comes back to you 1,000-fold. Ashe. Oh yeah, that felt good. That felt good. That felt good. All right, y'all. Tonight we're going to be talking about our auras and our senses. We got quite a bit to cover, so I'm going to read right through. Hey sis, how you doing? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Okay. So living beings automatically sense the auras of others, and animals are particularly sensitive to auras. Dogs just seem to know when something is right or wrong. We also sometimes just know, but unlike dogs, we don't necessarily trust our inner knowing. We often take instant likes and dislikes to people or places, but we don't know why. We often feel that someone is not well or unhappy, even though they are not showing any signs of illness or depression. Obviously, some people are more sensitive to these states than others, but most of us are sensitive to feelings and needs to some degree. So, how and why do we sense these things? The sixth sense. The incense going off tonight, y'all. Okay. What happens is that our own aura comes up against another person's aura, and we start to sense what is happening. We do this automatically and completely unconsciously, and that's what generates the feeling that we like or dislike the person. It leads us to ask if everything is okay or want to run away because we don't want to be involved. We just know, quote unquote. But what is this inner knowing? It has many names, such as gut feeling, sixth sense, intuition, and even psychic ability. They are all correct. These feelings are the combination of our five traditionally recognized senses: seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, and smelling. The only difference is the degree to which we focus on them and trust them. Most of us trust what we see and what we experience. If we found a burn on our hand, we would know that we had touched something hot, although the same is true if we touch something very cold. If something is cold enough, it can also burn us. So, if we have a burn, did it come from something hot or cold? We know the answer because we have combined our feeling of pain with what we have seen. Perhaps a red hot poker that we touch. We may even have smelled burning flesh, so we know it was hot. If it had been cold, we would probably have seen ice stuck to our fingers, and then would have known our burn came from cold. Therefore, by developing each of our senses individually, we develop ability to see and sense auras. From birth, each one of us have developed and used our senses to survive in our world. We learn what the unconscious signs are that say, yes, mommy is in a good mood and I can ask for something, or no, this is the time to stay away and leave her alone. Everyone has a predominant sense, the sense that is sharpest for them, but all the senses can be enhanced with practice. Like a muscle in the body, the more you use it and trust a sense or combination of senses, the more it will develop. And this is what psychics and empaths do. They practice and develop their senses. In fact, many of us have needed to develop acute sensitivity to survive a difficult childhood. Your predominant sense, okay? First, let's discover which is your predominant sense. Predominant sense. Once you have that figured out, we will go on to specific exercises that will develop all of your senses. This is going to be good, y'all. Write down your answers to the following questions. I should have told y'all to have paper. Okay? I'm going to get me some paper. If you could grab some paper, please do. Okay. What did you have for breakfast? Okay. What was your favorite holiday? What part of the world would you like to visit? What will your next home be like? How did you receive the answers to the question? Did the answers come as pictures, thoughts, feelings, smells, a voice in your head? Wow. A voice. How did y'all come in your head? Mine came as a voice. It was like, okay, remember you had, you know what I'm saying? It came as a voice. Okay. Tell me how y'all came. All right. So now look to see what type of words you wrote to describe your answers. Are they seeing words, hearing words, feeling words, or thinking words? If you receive images in your mind and wrote seeing words, then your predominant sense is your eyes and seeing. Okay? Okay, so I said for breakfast I had sausage, eggs, grits, and coffee. Okay? It said what was my favorite? I said Thanksgiving. And what part of the world would I like to visit? I said France. And then my next home is going to be a mini mansion. Okay? If you heard a voice in your mind and use hearing words, then your predominant sense is hearing. If you sense and felt things and use emotional words, then your predominant sense is feeling. If you thought things and wrote thinking words, your predominant sense is your mind. Though thinking is not part of the traditional five senses, it is an important way in which we experience and understand the world. So we will consider it a sense of our purposes. So I will say mine is voice. Okay? A voice in a picture. Okay. Okay, you driving. Okay, cool. All right. Let's carry on. Smell and taste are also main senses, but they are not usually as dominant as seeing, hearing, feeling, and thinking. But practicing smelling and tasting different foods will enhance these senses as well as help you enjoy your meals more. In fact, smell and taste can be extremely strong anchors to memories and situations in your past. Of course, you can have more than one sense that is strong, and you probably already unconsciously combine two or three. Most of us do this, but by practicing various exercises, you will learn to use each of them individually and also together. Most people want to be clairvoyant and see things because it is the easiest psychic ability to understand, but discovering your predominant sense is more important. By practicing exercises for each sense, you will discover how they work together, and you will be able to see, sense, and feel your own aura and those of others. Tip: your childhood experiences will influence your current likes and dislikes of various smells. And if you dislike a smell, you might feel uncomfortable and tense when you encounter it. I can say this. One of the smells I absolutely hate is chitterlings. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Chitterlings. But in my mama and my grandma terms, they say chitlins. Honey, if you don't know what chitterlings is, that is the pig's intestines. Okay? And when it's clean, they clean the shit out of them. Not like excessive, like clean the shit, but literally clean the shit out of them. And the smell is horrific. I used to tell my mother, please do not clean them chitlins while I'm in the house because I can't take it. And this was crazy. I said, if I smell them when you clean them, initially they don't smell good when you're cooking them, but they will put vinegar to kind of douse the smell. But if I'm in the house and you're cleaning, I won't eat them. I should never make myself eat them, and I couldn't eat them unless I had potato salad and greens. So what stopped me from eating them? I was 22. Okay, I had to make myself eat them. It wasn't something I would just go and get a plate. You know, my mom and them would clean them really good. Okay, and it was sometimes I would. But anyway, I was at my pastor's house, and the wife was cleaning the chitlins in the kitchen. And of course, she didn't know my childhood thing. and I walked up on her to ask her a question, and I seen her pulling that shit, that was the last time I ate chitlins. I didn't even eat that day. And that was when my oldest daughter was a baby. She's 28 years old. So that was 28 years ago. Them stinking chitlins, yes. But they are good when cooked right. Smell like a damn shit fry. Right. Intestines, we are some, like, okay, that's it. All right. So developing all your senses is an important part of working with the aura. And the more you practice, the better and more accurate your senses will become. The more you fine-tune your senses, the more you will sense auras and the information they hold. One of the things that's most important when developing any of your senses is to ensure you're totally relaxed and focused. A quick way of relaxing is to focus on your breathing for a few moments, which really is the beginning of meditation. By focusing on your breathing, you bring your attention to yourself and to your senses. Most everyone has the senses of seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, smelling, and for our purposes, we will include thinking as well. You have already discovered your primary sense, but the primary sense is not the same for everyone. We all take in millions of pieces of information every second of the day. Some people's brains give priority to what they see. Others are more in tune with what they hear, while some are more into what they feel or think. Regardless which sense is naturally your strongest, it is by honing and combining all the senses that we develop, our sixth sense, which enables us to see, sense, and feel auras, and to be able to work with them for ourselves and others in order to bring our lives in line with our soul's purpose so we can live richly rewarding, happy lives. There was not a comma in that sentence. I don't appreciate that. Okay? Woo! Another important aspect of sensing and working with the aura is using your imagination. If you're waiting for something to happen, then that's all that is going on. You're waiting and nothing is happening. For instance, if you can't see the color of an aura, what color would you imagine it to be? Whatever you imagine helps your ability to sense to get past the logical left brain. The imagining helps make the reality. Practicing all the exercises below will enable you to develop each sense individually while you also learn how you process information. You will refine your predominant sense as well as the other senses, thus making it easier for your unconscious senses to pass information to your conscious mind and thus improve your ability to see, sense, feel, smell, and touch auras. Okay. Now, y'all listen carefully. We're going to go right into it. I'm not lollygagging tonight because we got a lot to cover. Okay, exercises for developing your visual sense. Exercise 1. Imagine your aura. Imagine you are looking at yourself in a mirror. Imagine your aura surrounding you and look at all of it. What do you imagine is the overall color? Then look to the left and the right. Is what you are seeing similar or different? If different, how different? Then look at the top and the bottom. Wow, I'm seeing this as I'm reading this, y'all. How different are they? How many different colors are there and how dense are they? Okay, I see my aura. My aura is, I see white and yellow. And I don't know if something is malfunctioning, but the top and the bottom is very glowy. Like the right side is yellow, like a really pretty yellow. And it's a really white. And it's really glowy and kind of foggy. That's what I'm saying. So the top, this is kind of blinking. The top and the bottom is kind of blinking. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Describe your aura if y'all can. Okay? To me, even if they clean good, sis, they still stink. My mama used to clean, it's still a distinct. But some people, like I said, they know what to put in the water to clean it to take the smell totally out. So yeah, it just depends on what they're cooking it in. Okay, so You can also do this exercise by visualizing each of your chakras and watching to see how they spin, freely or sluggishly, and whether there are any dark shapes in them. This is a very useful exercise that can be used for self-healing through the aura and chakras. That's good. So exercise 2, self-examination. Sit in a comfortable position and focus on your breathing to bring yourself into a meditative state. With your eyes closed, look at the inside of your body, part by part, organ by organ, imagining what they look like from the inside. Perhaps have an imaginary conversation with your chakras in your aura to see if there's anything they need. Sometimes a chakra might want a certain color to boost its energy. On another occasion, it might want to be loved more. You and your chakras are only limited by what you imagine. Now, I'm gonna be honest. This right here sounds loony toony. If you know how to go into the Akashic records, I would definitely go into the Akashic records and do this. I'm gonna try it this way, but I feel like I would be more comfortable going into the records because the records you pray a prayer. And then it's a certain way you go into the records, and the records hold all the answers for your life, okay? But I am going to try it this way because that's what the book was talking about. We don't trust our inner knowing, okay? Sometimes, I would say all the time, when I'm prophesying or giving somebody a message, I trust my inner knowing for them more than I do myself at times. Why that is, I don't know. I think sometimes I'm in awe at what I see and I hear and I know with my gifts. And then I have to tell myself, because I guess it's just my spirit woman and my ego woman, whatever that, looks like. Sometimes, even before I do cards, I be in awe. It's almost like an out of body experience. I have to tell myself, girl, just flow. Sometimes I don't understand it. 49 years, and sometimes I don't understand how sharp and accurate that thing could be. I just tell myself to flow because truly it's not me. It is that's working within me. Okay, so this exercise 2 is really going to be challenging. Exercise 3, cloud gazing. Look up at the sky and watch the cloud. What shapes do you see? I have a client that can see all types of images in the clouds and has pictures and can tell you what he saw, and you'll see after it. It's amazing. Everybody can do that. Exercise 4, who's calling? When the phone rings, before you answer it or look at it, the caller ID, close your eyes and imagine who is on the other end. You can do this before the phone even rings by imagining who will be the next person to call you. Notice how this information comes to you. Do you see a picture of the person in your mind? Do you hear their voice, or do you think of them? It doesn't matter which, but the answer will give you an indication of your primary sense. That is developing. And I'm thinking because me and my, I ain't gonna get carried away on D, but me and him have this special connection. I can be in the bathroom, and a lot of times my ringer on my phone, it just goes off. I don't know. It don't work. And then I hear the phone buzzing, whatever. But there's been many, many, many times that I forgot to take my phone where I was, or I left it and it was charging, and I was in the bathroom, and I said, "Oh, I think D texted me. Oh, I think D is calling me." And sure enough, it be D. So I don't know. That's not something that I wanted to do. It just happens that way. And you may have somebody in your life, your significant other calling, or sister, whoever you're real connected to, when they're calling. You always want to go into your Akashic records. You need to. I have the prayer to do it. You do the cloud gazing. Okay. So do y'all see the images and get messages when y'all do that? You don't know how to do the Akashic records? I may have to do a teaching on that. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a teaching on that. My friend, one of the approved readers for the group, please hit that thumbs up. She does the Akasha records, and she is bona fide with it. And in the group, there is a couple of videos she did, where she takes you into a meditation, and I'm telling you, it's very short and sweet. And honey, going into that meditation with her, a lot was going on, scared the shit out of me. But we're gonna leave that right there. Okay. Exercise 5. Audio stereograms. Search on the internet for audio stereograms. Let me spell it for you. AUTOSTEREOGRAMS. These images of dots that create a 3D picture. Print them out, soften your gaze, and see what pictures you see. Okay? I'm about to get a printer for that, and work on that. And y'all, listen, I always talk about, the dementia and Alzheimer's because that's my specialty. As a CNA, I love working with them, and it helped me understand a lot. And, and my heart goes out to them. But I often wonder, what did they do to exercise their brain? Did they focus on just one thing a day, or, was it in their DNA? Like I said, my grandmother, I'm very fortunate that the women in my family, they were in their right mind till they passed away. So if you have that in your family bloodline, please, this is a beautiful, powerful way to strengthen your mind and break that. You want to break that. I just feel like it's a curse. And I believe if we as people tap into who we are, if we see the problems in our bloodline, I feel like we can tap into who we are and utilize the magic that Spirit has graciously blessed us all to tap into, and strengthen that area and change the narrative for our bloodline. I just believe that. Okay, so Kira said, it is for me too, but it keep coming up that somebody has been going into mine, so I know it's time to do so. I would think you would be okay. You really seem like a strong person. Yeah, absolutely. That's good encouragement. Exercises for developing your auditory sense. For these exercises, you will need to close your eyes. Now, this is something that I need to do. As a child, my grandmother didn't take us to the hospital when we had our ear infections and stuff. And also with child abuse, my hearing is not the best. Okay, my hearing is not the best. And it could be kind of off, but now that I'm really been working on myself and all of that, it can be really sensitive. So I don't like the real loud noises. It could just, it's not the best. But in the spirit, I can hear a pin drop. Okay, I can hear a whisper of what Spirit says. Okay, so it works. But this is something that I would really, really want to strengthen, because I don't want to be deaf when I get older. It's real. Okay, it's real. Okay, so let's talk about it. Exercise 1, outside. Go outside and listen. What can you hear? First, notice the sounds closest to you. Then focus your attention and become aware of sounds farther in the distance. What are they? Are they birds, rain, wind, trees, traffic, planes, 3 miles, 5 kilometers up? Remember, the sounds you are hearing are all a part of the energy around you, which is affecting your aura and the energy you put out as well. Listening to the birds may relax you and make you smile, while a honking horn may send a shot of adrenaline around your body, making you stand up and take notice, searching for potential danger. The energies around us, reflected in sound, reverberate. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Reverberate within our auras. Even sounds that are above or below our normal hearing levels will be absorbed and processed by our auras. Like mine, it's hard for me to hear high pitched sound. So if something's high pitched, it's like Okay, so when I hear it, it shocks me. It's a shock to my body. And I remember going to get my hearing test, and they gave me, I just be so depressed about my hearing test. But then I started to go back, and they said, this has gotten better. This has gotten better. But y'all say I have a hearing issues. I think it's maybe something blocked, and something in my body needs to be healed. Because if y'all say like certain nerves in my body is in my ears are not working, how is it that I go back and that nerve is pulling in sound? So something is off. I think something is off, was off, and my chakras, my body. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm learning more stuff. I can get better. This stuff is powerful. Just something to think about, y'all. Okay, so we're still talking about our auditory sense. Exercise 2, other people's senses. The next time you talk to someone, listen to how they are talking to you. Can you identify their predominant sense? What type of words are they using? Are they using seeing, hearing, or feeling words? Try this with a few people. This is a very useful exercise if you choose to give oral readings to people, because you can ensure they understand what you're saying by using their way of communicating rather than yours. This makes it much easier for them to understand and accept what you are saying to them. It's also extremely useful in preventing misunderstandings in relationship with family, friends, colleagues, and that all important romantic one. Wow. You talk about breaking the barriers of communication. Okay, exercise 3. Listen to yourself. Sit comfortably and focus on the inside of your body. Listen to what you can hear. For instance, is your stomach rumbling? If it is it saying you are hungry or have gas? Can you hear your heartbeat? Is it regular or erratic? And what does that tell you? Is there a ringing in your ears? Can you hear a high-pitched hum? Many people who naturally use their hearing more will occasionally hear a high-pitched hum. This is the hum above the normal human hearing range, and the vibrations come from the higher dimension. If you can't hear it now, don't worry. It will develop with time and practice. Damn it, y'all. I just said that. Are you telling me? I love this life. See, they don't tell you that. You know, they're just there to get a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were talking about doctors and stuff like that, and I was telling you about the Indian doctor that told me what vitamins to take to make my muscles and bones, good for that type of medicine. Now I'm seeing that they're not going to teach you different exercises about auras and stuff like that. They're just going to say you got a hearing problem, and instead of saying you can do this to strengthen. Wow. Okay, let me keep reading. This is good, y'all. And I got my rose quartz holding my pages, so feeling that love. Okay. This exercise helps you take the time to notice your own inner working. And if you practice it often, you will notice more and more, allowing you to gather more information from both your own aura and the aura of others. Okay, so exercises for developing your feelings. As we learned earlier, the combination of our 5 senses makes our so-called 6th sense, which is nothing more than our 5 senses being well developed and working together. We can use this 6th sense to detect auras after we have taken the time and trouble to hone the 5 senses and learn how they communicate with us. Y'all got that? Your 6th sense is your 5 senses working together in perfect harmony. I thought it was actually a sense, and it is, but it's actually the 5 senses. This is my interpretation. Y'all let me know if y'all like it or not. It's your 5 senses working together in perfect harmony. Okay? At the end of the day, the information gleaned by our senses is processed in microseconds by our brain, and it comes together as a feeling. some of which we understand and some we don't. We just know, but we don't necessarily know how we know. At this point, these feelings are usually called intuition and sometimes psychic ability. Exercise 1, we're talking about developing your feeling. Feel yourself. Sit comfortably and focus on the inside of your body. What can you feel? Start at the top of your head and work down to your toes. If it helps, touch the part of the body you're sensing and notice how it feels. What sensations are you experiencing both in your body and in your hands? Listen, we can all do that without doing that, honey. I got a little discomfort in my hand, in my chest, down in my knees. It's been a stressful day. Even I got some discomfort down to my toes. That's how stress bothers my body. And so now I can stop saying, okay, everybody know I'm a cancer survivor. Like, my body can't take stress like other people. I can use these exercises to develop those parts of my body that was weakened by my sickness. Come on, Spirit, help us tonight. Let's go. Exercise 2. And we're still talking about developing feeling. Illumination. Imagine white light coming down through your crown and passing through your body. Notice how it feels. Is it flowing freely, or are there parts of the body where it seems to get stuck? If so, notice and perhaps ask what is causing it or what it needs to get it moving again. Right says right. Remember that any blockages you sense in the physical body will be reflected in your aura. Later, we will be doing exercises within the aura to remove those blockages, both within the aura and within the body. Y'all, this is good. Exercise 3, my thing, crystal work. Take a crystal. Which one I want? I'm just going to take the selenite, okay? Because it's the healing crystal. Take a crystal. For more information about crystals with auras, hold it in your hand. Close your eyes and notice what you feel. Is it cold, warm? Does it have vibration? If so, how does the vibration feel? Is it just in your hand, or is it passing through your wrist and the rest of your arm? Try it with a different crystal. What do you feel with this one? How different is it? Okay, so let us do that. Like, I put this in my hand and it's cold. Remember, I put that crystal down in my shirt and it was ice cold. My body was so hot. And I was waiting for the crystal to warm up, but it was still so cold. With this one, the selenite, it's like I feel it. It was cold. Now it's warming up, and I promise you, y'all, it feels like it's dissolving in my hand. So that lets me know I need to work with this crystal. Ooh, I'm feeling the vibration of this crystal in my body. Actually, in the areas I was just telling y'all about. Yeah, I need to work with this crystal. Now I feel my heartbeat in my hands. My heart it has accelerated. So use this. If somebody come to your house and say, oh, that shit don't work, have them do this exercise with the crystals. If you have crystals people can touch, let them work with a crystal. That was good. I appreciated that. Make some notes, and after you have practiced with a few crystals, try different crystals in each hand. The purpose of this exercise is for you to begin to notice the different vibrations of energy. Everything in the world vibrates. Science tells us that nothing in the world is solid. Matter is just trillions of atoms vibrating at different frequencies, which is reflected as different densities. Everything is energy, whether we can see, sense, or feel it. We can't see hot or cold. Sometimes we can. But we still know whether something is hot or cold because of what we feel and due to our past experiences. Physically, we can't see light, but we know it is light because of it is dark. We can't see Because if it is dark, we can't see anything. As you experience things in their physical form, such as feeling a crystal, you will recognize and notice those same vibrations again when you start to feel auras that seem to tell you something. And so let us begin to tell ourselves that there's so much more. There go Transformers, more that meets the eye. Okay? You got to tell yourself it's more to me that meets the eye. And so the reason why, and this it's gonna crush all our little toes. The reason why we live defeated, sickly, pitiful, lonely, crazy, inadequate lives because we don't research about ourselves. This is teaching us to know thyself, to thyself be true. And so looking at this information and applying it to our lives, say you and your spouse say, okay, listen, let's try this, baby. Do you not know how much more healthier relationships will be? Do you not know how much more healthier, our families will be if we just take the time out to really be honest and say, I'm like this because I want to be. I told y'all, I don't like to hear people say, oh, I'm bored. You should never be bored. It don't matter your zodiac sign. You should never be bored if you are working on yourself every single day. I have fun with myself. Okay? And if it ever comes a time where I have to live with a partner again, I don't know if I will be okay because I really enjoy time with myself. But I know that it's going to be a time in my life where I have to balance it. Well, hopefully, whomever I decide to be physically with in a home or roof, okay, they'll be on that same path. And we'll just have a ball just challenging each other and encourage each other to be better. So if you're by yourself and you're getting worse, I need you to tap in. Okay? I really need you to tap in. Oh, woe is me. You're not tapped in. There's so many things. There's more to you that meets the eye. And we're seeing that tonight. Okay, exercise 4, color work. Every color holds its own vibration. And being able to sense colors is an aura is very important, especially if your primary mode of processing information is sensing. But keep in mind that not everyone is clairvoyant, and not everyone will be able to see things even with practice. Also, see chapter 6 for more information about using colors and auras. Now, this is what you're going to do. Gather some envelopes or bags, as well as some objects of different colors, such as paper or ribbon. Place each color object in an envelope or bag and mix them all up so you don't know which is which. Take one and hold it between your hands, close to your body. Close your eyes and focus on the energy between your hands. What do you sense? How does it feel? What color might it be? So you're doing this. I would say get some ribbons. Walmart is great. They used to, and if you go to the Asian beauty stores, especially in the South, we got them everywhere. They have the ribbon, the little girl ribbons in the pack, and different colors. Get that, put it in a bag or a basket, mix it around. Okay, and this is what I would do. I would set my area like I usually do, light my candle, because it's a form of divination. You light your candle, you invite the spirit in, do your singing bowl if you need to do that, put your incense on, and then go to work. Start to work with that energy. Close your eyes, pick one out, okay, and see what comes of it. All right. Now hold the envelope or bag 6 to 12 inches from your body and notice what you feel in your hands. Alternatively, you could put the envelope or bag on a table and hold your hand 6 to 12 inches above it and see what your hand sense. Does it hold a similar vibration to any of the colors you have been experiencing? If so, this is probably the color of that part of your aura, which at that distance will likely be either the second layer, the emotional body or third layer, mental body of your aura. Exercise 5. Mindful meals. You can develop your senses of taste and smell as you're preparing a meal. Talk about food. Y'all know I love me some food. Notice what each vegetable feels like, what it smells like, and once cooked, focus on the flavor of each individual mouthful. Notice how it feels in your mouth, what it tastes like, and how it changes as you chew. Try this with lots of different types of food and drink. Not only will you discover what you like most, you will appreciate food more. You will probably chew more thoroughly and derive more from each meal, thus improving your health and diet at the same time. Also, take notice of any memories that come to you with each smell or taste. Thus, this will help you identify areas of potential past traumas. I'm going to tell y'all a story that may be causing potential illnesses or imbalances within your aura and your body. The purpose of this exercise is to hone your senses of smell and taste, because when sensing someone's aura, you may well sense a particular smell or taste, which in itself may be nothing, but which on the other hand may tell you a great deal. This is especially so if there is a metallic taste, which means that the person whose aura you are sensing needs added minerals for health. Come on through, spirit. Or it could show that the person has a hip or knee replacement. A coppery taste at the scene of an accident could be an indication of internal bleeding. For more information on healing the aura through food, see page 127. Y'all, we about to be hella fire. I mean, that's like really psychic ability. Like you putting your hand on something, or you like, just like we see on TV. We're seeing now this shit really exists. It really does exist. I've had some strange things reading for people. I think I've experienced all of this, but I would do it when I was in a flow. But making this a part of my everyday life is really it's a game changer. Just being able to do it normally, like walking and talking and breathing, that's going to be a game changer. We're going to be something to reckon with. Okay, let's keep going. Exercises for developing your thinking. Clear thinking, claircognizance, okay, influences all your feelings and is part of your inner knowing. Everything you think about affects the way you feel, and it affects the energy that is reflected in your aura. For many people, intuition comes as thoughts or flashes of insight which can appear to come from nowhere, but are in fact unconscious ideas that are becoming conscious. What we unconsciously sense about an aura will become a thought that enters the right hand creative side of the brain. You know, quote unquote, without knowing how you know. Memories, on the other hand, come to us from the left side of the brain. Practicing thinking and controlling your thoughts will help you develop the imagination and trust you need in your own thought that would allow you, trust what you need in your own thoughts that will allow you to sit and work with aura. I think I told y'all this, but I'm going to say it real quick because I don't want to stay here at all. Being violated as a young child, I didn't know that till I was in my 20s, and we had been fasting and praying, all of this. For years, I hated butterscotch candy. Okay? I hated it. And I didn't know why. Until that night, we were fasting and praying. We had been traveling, singing. I was in a choir at the time, and Spirit got in on one of my friends that was a pastor. He's a prophet. He's an apostle now. And he told me, XYZ happened to you, And then once he identified it, I recognized, okay, that's what a trauma was. I didn't like butterscotch candy because I was lured in the room. Okay, so that's what lured me in the room. That's what the person used to lure me in the room so he can do what he did. Okay, but I didn't know because I blocked that part of the brain, and that part the trauma was blocked out, and I don't like butterscotch candy. I couldn't stand the sight of it. But Bringing that to the forefront and understanding and knowing brought healing to my life. Give me a piece of butterscotch candy now. I am not defeated. Period. Okay? So that's something to think about for your own life. Exercise 1, worry. And we're still talking about thinking. Most of us worry about things at some time or another. But what does worrying actually achieve for us other than lowering our energy and dulling our auras? In fact, if you think about it, worrying is just our imaginations focusing on the things that could go wrong. Fortunately, we could turn this negative energy into something positive. Okay, here's the bullets. Think about something that's been worrying you lately. Woo, okay, got it. List all the things that can go wrong. What would be the worst outcome? What are the odds on that happening? Make a few contingency plans for that outcome if you wish. Now start to think about how it could go right. What is the best possible outcome? What are the chances of that happening? What actions can you take to assist in creating the most likely positive outcome? If you get stuck, then think about what you would say to a friend who had this problem. Notice how you change your whole reality in the space of a moment. This is good, y'all. We got 2 more pages. Exercise 3, stress and anxiety. When you are stressed, worried, or anxious about something, take a moment to think about what you are grateful for in your life. It may be something as simple as the sunshine or the fact you have a roof over your head, unlike so many in the world. Or better still, you can consider your good qualities, your compassion and your empathy, your ability to read and learn and experience new things, or perhaps something good you would like to have in your life. It could be a big thing like a long vacation or a new job, or it could be a small thing like an ice cream sundae. Just focus on thinking about it for a few minutes. What would it be like to give yourself this gift? After all, you deserve it. And that's really good because I know a lot of people deal with stress and anxiety. I am one. And I noticed that I have been really managing it. Okay. I was stressed out today, just about my car, all that. I could tell y'all a whole story about that. I don't want to go there. But my breathing gets off. My breathing gets elevated. But now I don't know if because I'm me using the singing bowl and learning to have gratitude. But everything that we've been doing together has really, really changed my life. Okay? Like the book said, what can we do with worrying? Ain't nothing we can do with worrying. Nothing we can do with it. Okay? I just lost some major things. And we'll get into that later once I get through it, And I had to look at it. Okay, maybe that's what Spirit wanted. In comparison to those things, what hurt the most? Losing those things or losing my mother? Because it had a lot to do with my mother. The things that I lost the past few days. And I had to really put my big girl panties on and say, you know what? Nothing is like the pain of losing somebody you love. And that's what I had to deal with. You understand? So, yeah, you just have to think about it. Sometimes we're just so focused on that situation, we can't see the blessing. We can't see the breakthrough. All we can see is the problem. We got to stop that. We're going to kill ourselves early just looking at the problem. Everybody got problems. Let's focus on the breakthrough. Hallelujah. Glory. Just had church. Okay. Exercise 3, imagination. Developing your imagination is crucial to all work. And this exercise will really help you develop your mental creative skills. Think about what it would be like to be a bovine animal. What its life might be like. I hope I said that right, y'all. BOVINE. What type of creature would you be? A bull, a dairy cow, or maybe a calf? Think about how these animals live. Do you think they are happy being bovine, or do you think they would prefer to be a horse or a goat? Do you think each animal gets along better with some members of its herd than others? Do they worry about tomorrow? What would they say to you if they could talk? They don't care. They're their animal. And they be their animal. Only time an animal gets upset or kind of is when it's in pain, when it's sick, or something's going on with its owner. They don't be like, I want to be a They don't do that. They're their animal. I wish we can do that. Bovine. There you go. Bovine. There you go. Bovine. 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 Great. Thank you, sis. Write a few notes about what you have learned about being a cow. They're helpful. I don't want to be a cow, but I was a cow all my life. Come here, you little black heifer. Damn, grandma. Damn, mama. With my grandma. Damn, grandma, why you had to call me a heifer? That's just a country thing, honey. You little cow. It's better than being called a bitch, because she pulled that out when we got older. Remember I told y'all about the toilet tissue? Them little whores, them little bitches. Child. Okay. And how the new knowledge can be incorporated into your life. Okay. So what did you learn about being a cow? And the new knowledge that can be incorporated into your life. Okay. Okay, exercise 4, thoughtful meditation. Make yourself comfortable and focus on your breathing. Just notice the temperature of the air coming in through your nose and the temperature going out through your mouth. Breathing naturally. Just notice whether you are breathing from your chest or your abdomen. Spend some time focusing on your breathing and just notice what thoughts pop into your mind. Follow your thoughts to see where they lead. Observe your thoughts, but don't judge them, because they are not good or bad thoughts. They just are. I like that, y'all. Okay. Bovine. Bow and arrow. Okay, bovine. That's how you say it, y'all. Bovine. Okay. This is good. I want to read that again. Observe your thoughts, but don't judge them, because they are not good or bad thoughts. They just are. That's a game changer. Because how many times do we just sit there and, I guess because of religion and tradition, thoughts go through our mind and we're like, oh my God, that's a bad thought. But this is saying they are not good or bad thoughts, they just are. Ooh, I got to sit with that. If you can, notice where they come from. Do they seem to arise from your left or right side of your brain? I have no clue. Or do they start somewhere in your body before they rise up into your mind? Wow. Okay? Bring your attention back to your breath. Then slowly open your eyes and come back to the outside world. Okay? Exercise 5, mindfulness. All right? This exercise will help you to notice how your thoughts influence your feelings. Think for a few moments about a time in your life you would rather forget. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of those. Notice how you feel. Notice your physiology. Think about how you are sitting or standing. Are you slumped over or slouching? If so, straighten up, smile, and see how that changes the way you feel. What thoughts can come into your head now? And our last exercise 6, lessons learned. Think about how much you have learned about auras and energy so far. What do you hope to learn when you first picked? What did you hope to learn when you first picked up this book? Reflect about the exercises you have done. Notice which exercises you found easy and which ones were difficult. Think about how you are going to be able to use this knowledge and what positive outcome there are going to be as you put these lessons into practice. Think about what more you are going to be able to do when you have finished this book. What insights have you received about yourself so far? Make some notes so you can refer back to them as you continue through this book. Listen, that's it for tonight. This book, y'all know I was already excited, and I gave my speech about it, how it's going to really be a great impact to all of us in our lives. Listen, it's giving me more than what I expected. And right now, the gratitude is flowing because I can really, anything that's going to bring healing into my life, anything that's going to strengthen my body, my mind, my spirit, I'm here for it. So I am so grateful to Miss Joylina for this book. It's really like bringing things to the forefront. Again, here we go. Transformers. More than meets the eye. Okay? I'm so grateful. So we can work on our stress, our anxiety. We can forgive ourselves for some of the thoughts that come through our mind. That's why we call it processing the thoughts. Everything that comes through the thought pattern is not going to be what we deem as good. We're going to feel guilty about some thoughts that come. But that's why the mind has to process through. So now we know we got to figure out, okay, what side of the brain is this coming from? What part of this body is it coming from? We can be more in tune. Yes. Spirit said that loud. We can be more in tune with our God self because we are gods and goddesses walking this earth. And so the reason why we haven't reached our full potential yet because we haven't honed in to what's going on with us. But with this book and all the stuff that we've been learning, we are very, very blessed and fortunate. So I'm going to read the exercises, the titles again, and let me know which one you're going to be working on. Exercise 1 was imagining your aura. Exercise 2 was the self-examination where you look inside your body, okay, seeing your chakras, the energy, and all of that. Exercise 3 was the cloud gazing. Exercise 4 was who's calling. And before you pick up your phone or text or whatever, try to figure out, guess who's calling, who's texting. The audio stereograms is printing out the 3D pictures, the images, and you ought to print them out, soften your gaze, and look at them and see what images you see. Then you're going to develop your auditorial sense. That's exercise 1, outside. Then exercise 2, other people's senses. What words do they use to communicate? Exercise 3, listening to yourself. Listen what's going on in your body. Is the stomach rumbling? Are you hungry? Do you have gas? Can you hear high-pitched sound? Is there a ringing in your ear? Can you hear your heartbeat? All right. And then we're going to talk about, it talks about developing your feelings, feeling yourself. Okay. What is it that you feel in your body? Then illumination, this is something I'm going to be working on for myself. I'm not, ashamed to tell y'all. Imagining the white light coming down through the crown and passing through my body, noticing how it feels. And if any of the energy is stuck, make note of that, okay? And what may be causing it to be stuck, okay? And remembering that any blockages we sense in our physical body will be reflected in our aura. All right. And then exercise 3, we did a little bit with the crystal work. I really love that. I'm going to tap into that even more. And then the color work with the ribbon, feeling the vibration of the colors. All right. And then the mindful meals, just really enjoying the taste of your meal. Some people just gulp stuff down. First of all, that's not good for you. All right. You need to sit there and sometimes I've been doing it. I don't know. I just do stuff and I just take my time and I close my eyes and really focus on the taste. Okay, the taste of food, because sometimes I don't have an appetite, and I think that's because I drink my coffee in the morning. But then there's times I want to eat, but I really want to enjoy my food. I become one with my food, and it's really good for you to chew as much as you can, and take your time and chew and swallow your food. That's good for your stomach. That's good for digestive, issues and all of that. And then doing the aura, work, what tastes come up, and sensing when you're helping people. Then you want to develop your thinking, the unconscious coming to the conscious, dealing with the worry, dealing with the stress and imagination. The imagination, what it feels like to be a bull or a dairy cow or a calf, okay? And then the thoughtful meditation, just focusing on your breathing. And then this right here is beautiful. Just knowing that the thoughts that you're having don't judge them. You being non-judgmental to yourself. This is thoughtful meditation for those of you that want to do this. And the thoughts that come to your brain, don't judge them. Don't judge them if they're good or bad. They just thoughts. You haven't acted on them. They're just thoughts. And I'm gonna go back to that. Then we're gonna go with the mindfulness, and the lessons learned. Now, going back to the thoughtful meditation, I believe, and that's that for tonight. I believe if the church or any religion would allow people to have thoughts, because the thing they tell you, you got to have the mind of Christ or whatever. How do we know that these thoughts that's filtering in our mind is not the mind of Christ? Because sometimes you could be minding your business. You could be having a good day and a bad thought will come in like, what the hell? But we've been taught, oh, that's just you. What if you're sensing somebody else's energy? You know what I'm saying? What if it's something popping out of your subconscious and popping into your conscious, trying to maybe give you a signal like, hey, it's a trauma coming forward, deal with it. But we've been taught, oh, don't say that, don't do that, don't think that. And you be like, and that's why people have such a hard time just being quiet and thinking, because they're like, I'm scared of what thought that come to my mind, because we be taught to judge everything, even ourselves. So that was freeing tonight, y'all, to let those thoughts process, let them come up. You haven't acted on them or anything. I don't know. I'm saying this for somebody. Receive it. Spirit wants to really minister to you. Let that come up and process it. And again, I just gave you ways. What is coming from? Is this me? And if it's very disturbing, okay, do the work spiritually to cleanse your aura, cleanse your spirit, cleanse your mind, your thought pattern, or deal with the trauma of that thought, or find out where that thought is coming from. And I think that's great for people that deals with depression. Me, I'm grateful. I've been able to maintain that. I have major depressive disorder. They give me medication. Maybe I probably took maybe 1 or 2 pills this year with that, and I hate that shit. And also people that deal with suicide. So now, and I'm done after this. Now, when I have a suicidal thought, this is how I deal with it. I say something to my children. They let me know, that's crazy, mama. Get yourself together. I verbally say it, And they say, mama, you crazy, deal with it. And they deal with depression and suicidal thought. I get it out, okay? And then I process it, and I'm like, I'm okay. That's how I deal with it. That's how I heal. Usually when I get it out, I say something crazy. I can laugh at myself and know that it's just, you're being selfish. Really, you're being selfish and you just tired. You mad because you wasn't able to pay that bill. You mad because you had that argument. You mad because you having problems with with your children, your relationship, your family. You just mad and you just want to go to sleep and don't have to deal with the shit. Can we be real? Okay, it's easier to be dead. That's what we feel. I'm just gonna be dead and I ain't got to deal with this shit. You see how crazy that sound? I don't wanna leave here until it's my time. Can we be clear? Too much I'm doing. Too much life to live. So yes, just allow those feelings, those thoughts to process. They're just that. And identify them, deal with them, and keep it moving. Keep on moving, don't stop. Yes. Helping you understand more of your body. Yeah. Anybody else want to say anything? And we're done. That was really, really good. Okay, so tomorrow night, we're right at 1 hour and 10 minutes. We're going to be talking about sensing auras, how to sense them. We got a lot of awesome information. This one is rather long. Hold on. No, it's not. It's not long at all. Good amount. I like how they break down each chapter. Yes, keep on moving. Don't stop. Like the hands of time. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it here. How do y'all feel? What are you feeling right now in your spirit now that we're getting this information? I feel so empowered. I feel like, it's going to strengthen me even more so as a spiritualist, operating in my craft, being able to stand boldly before somebody and say, yeah, are you a witch? Yes, I am a witch. I am. And, if even they snare their nose up at me or try to condemn me to hell, I'd smile and be confident or give them an intelligent answer and be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Do you do, divination? And I'll be able to answer with boldness and stand on my square. Wherever you deem yourself to be, even if you're a Christian. You're a Christian, but you are more open to teachings like these. I want to salute you. I want to salute you. You're open and spirit is really going to bless you. If you're Muslim, even if you're atheist and you're like, let me tap into what Tayi is saying and apply this to your life. This is for everybody. I just want us to all to be secure in what we believe in, what we know, and to be healed and to be whole. That's my goal. And to bring everybody together. No matter our differences, we can find many, many similarities. And number one is loving, being able to love more, love ourselves, our family more, and also be healed. We can all use that. I don't think nobody will refuse that. Yes, empowered. Okay. All right, y'all. I am good with that. I'm going to read a mantra. Let's do our prosperity mantra. I still got to write the other one down. I'm going to do better, y'all. Okay, here's the prosperity mantra. Let's go. The world favors me and responds to the frequency of my name when it is spoken. Magically, I receive and return divine love, wisdom, abundance, and ancestral power. The energy of money surrounds me daily. That is why everything I call in from the spirit realm shows up expeditiously. Ashe. I'm sleepy, y'all. Long day. Good day. All right, I'm done. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Okay? We're chiming out. This has been amazing. And we're going to do it again tomorrow. All right. Good night, y'all. Love you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.